Robert Downey Jr., after a 5-year break, is returning to Marvel, but before he did that, he actually turned down Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is kind of a psycho.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are caught up in more drama than we thought. First, they were exposed for trying to pull a fast one on Justin Baldoni, but now Iron Man himself, Robert Downey Jr., is spilling some serious tea. According to him, Blake and Ryan didn't just stop with Justin. They tried to scam him too. Who knew that under all those picture-perfect red carpet smiles, they were plotting like villains in a bad rom-com? What did they do to Robert, and how deep does this fraud go? I will tell you everything in this video.
Ryan Reynolds, obviously we figured this out by now, kind of creates these characters of himself. Like, there is actually no difference between Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds.
Robert Downey Jr. has reportedly distanced himself from Ryan Reynolds amid the controversy involving Justin Baldoni. According to sources, Ryan approached RDJ for a cameo in Deadpool 3, but the situation raised concerns for Robert, leading him to step back from both Ryan and Blake Lively.
One actor Ryan Reynolds asked to return for Deadpool and Wolverine was Robert Downey Jr., saying he wanted him to share a scene with Jon Favreau.
Ryan reportedly went all out to convince RDJ even personally, reading him the script hoping to lock him in, and guess what? RDJ flat out turned him down. Maybe he just didn't want to get caught up in whatever mess Ryan's been stirring. Honestly, it seems like RDJ isn't here for the drama. And can we blame him? The man's already dealt with enough explosions on screen. He doesn't need one blowing up in his personal life. Infinity
War. When Ryan Reynolds approached Robert Downey Jr. with the script, he said he was completely shocked he got an instant no.
RDJ is not stupid. He knows that Hollywood is cutting ties with Ryan Reynolds after the whole Justin Baldoni mess. It seems like Ryan's been avoiding people more than a celebrity dodging the paparazzi, and now Robert wants nothing to do with them, either. It's no surprise when A-listers start seeing shady business behind the scenes. They don't stick around to watch the drama unfold.
We didn't know why Ryan was doing and saying the things that he was doing to such a nice person.
Robert Downey Jr. has seen it all in Hollywood, the highs, the lows, and the straight-up chaos. This man rebuilt his entire career from ashes, so it's no wonder he's not letting anyone, especially Ryan Reynolds, drag him into another mess. After everything, Robert's been through the last thing he needs is to get tied up in Blake and Ryan's latest controversy. There's no denying it. If he worked with Ryan now, he'd be caught in the crossfire of this scandal, just like Hugh Jackman and many others. And that's a risk he's just not willing to take. Robert knows better than to let someone else's dirty laundry spill onto his career.
We get it. Ryan is angry. He has been angry since he was a child. We had his teacher in Canada confirm that to us, that he was displaying sociopathic tendencies early on.
Remember, Robert's past was no walk in the park. Back in the day, his life was one headline after another: arrests, substance abuse, and Hollywood practically turning its back on him. The guy was practically blacklisted, but then came his epic redemption as Iron Man, and he fought his way back to the top.
Robert Downey Jr. during the 90s was arrested 4 times.
Unlike other Marvel stars who have tight friendships like RDJ and Chris Evans, who are practically Hollywood's golden bromance, RDJ and Ryan were never that close. Sure, they did the whole smile for the cameras thing at events, but were they grabbing drinks and roasting each other in group chats? Absolutely not.
Ryan is problematic here because I had a source that had said that to me, that Ryan was the person who came onto set and essentially took things over.
And now we might know why RDJ never fully trusted Ryan. Even before this drama exploded, Ryan had a little reputation. Not the cute, charming one he plays up in interviews, but a look-out-for-yourself first kind of guy. He's always been strategic, always making...
Ryan, I would say, in my opinion, is plausibly the most guilty party of this entire...
RDJ, on the other hand, is loyal to a fault. This man remembers who had his back when Hollywood tried to cancel him permanently, so why would he ever be buddy-buddy with someone like Ryan who seems to treat people as disposable?
No, you can't just say stuff. You can't just say stuff on the internet, okay? You can't just say what you want to say.
And now, with this scandal unraveling faster than a cheap wig in a windstorm, RDJ's instincts are 100% spot on. He kept his distance, and now he's chilling with his A-list friends sipping, while Ryan's reputation is crumbling.
So everything is falling down for you guys because people perceive you as bullies. And you're essentially saying, like, a bully argument, which is, so what, big deal, sorry your feelings are hurt.
If Robert Downey Jr. ever decides to speak up, Ryan Reynolds might need to book himself a one-way ticket to career rehab. Because if we're being honest, when RDJ talks, Hollywood listens.
We can make fun of you if we want. We can bully you in nice pool if we want.
Now he's been quiet for now, just sipping his tea and watching this whole mess unravel. But if history tells us anything, it's that RDJ doesn't hold back when he finally decides to spill the truth.
You're saying to them, do what we want, this as a first step, do what we want, or else we're going to walk away from your project and leave you millions of dollars in the hole, as you're going to have to reshoot everything you shot, plus find another lead character.
Let's not forget this man didn't just play Iron Man. He built the entire MCU. Marvel practically begged him to stay, and the studio made billions off his name. Meanwhile, Ryan is over here acting like Deadpool is the only thing keeping superhero movies alive. Sir, be serious.
And seeing him as Tony Stark and what he's done as Iron Man and just what he's done for the MCU, looking at that and comparing that to everybody else in Hollywood, he's made it to levels that people can only dream of.
Remember when RDJ went to war with Marvel to make sure Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and his co-stars got paid fairly? And guess what? Marvel actually listened. That's how much influence this man has.
He is a representation of when God has a plan for you, he has a plan for you, and he's going to take you there. And this man has been sober since 2003. This is a legend right here. He's made it through a lot. Pay respect to Robert Downey Jr.
So imagine if he decided to break his silence on this whole Ryan Reynolds mess. If RDJ casually said, yeah, Ryan and Blake were definitely up to something shady, Hollywood and Marvel fans would destroy.
Right? Essentially saying, we're going to say that there were harassment claims on set. And if we don't get what we want, then there's going to be big trouble for you.
Candace Owens just blew the lid off this Ryan Reynolds drama, and it's even worse than we thought. According to her, Ryan isn't just involved in the Blake and Justin mess. He's the mastermind behind it. That's right. Mr. Nice might actually be the puppet master pulling all the strings.
It's just dumb. There's no other way to say it. It's legally dumb.
Makes you wonder, was all that charm just a front for some serious behind-the-scenes scheming? If this is true, Hollywood's golden boy is about to lose his shine, and it's not looking pretty.
Ryan demanding that they make a public statement taking full ownership over Blake's reputation being sunk by her own interview.
With this whole mess blowing up, celebs are practically lining up to take shots at Ryan. I mean, why stay quiet when the truth's already leaking all over the place, right?
To me, is a lot of evidence that Ryan himself quarterbacked this entire situation.
Even Martha Stewart couldn't keep her mouth shut. She had the nerve to say Ryan's not nearly as funny as he wants us to think. When Martha Stewart comes out swinging, you know it's bad. If we're being honest, Ryan's whole lovable rogue thing is crumbling. Fast and more celebs are clearly over it. The cracks are showing, and it's only a matter of time before even more skeletons come tumbling out of his Hollywood closet.
Ryan Reynolds, is he one of those? And you want to know something? He's not so funny in real life. Really? No, he's not so funny. He's very serious. No, Taylor, then I would do Snoop, and then I would take Ryan off it, and I would put in somebody else.
A whole bunch of internet sleuths are convinced Martha Stewart was dropping major hints. What they're reading between the lines is that Ryan's not just unfunny, he's a total control freak, maybe even a psycho. I know it sounds wild, but before you brush this off, wait till you hear what his Deadpool co-star Morena Baccarin had to say. This is where it gets really juicy, because what happened to her behind the scenes might just confirm everything we've been suspecting about Ryan.